Here's my starting point. Sign me up does this. Log me in does that. What I'm going to do in this video is for log me in, I'm going to have a form. Part of what I'm going to do is use this video. Another part of what I'm going to use is what is found in my playlist. Right here. All of these. So, right over here, between modal content and modal header, we're going to put the form tag. Form. Now, I'm going to enter these off screen. So there it is, form with class form horizontal, and then I closed it down here, and I indented everything in between. In modal body, instead of having this paragraph, we're going to have the fields of the form. So it'll be div class equals form group, and then we close out the div. Now we're going to need some space here. Pay attention to what I'm going to say. Each form group is going to be a row in our form. So that row would include the label for the field and the input field itself. So we're going to have several form groups. So here we have the input field, and here we have the label. And I'm going to have another one. So this whole form group, I copy it and paste it right here. All right, but this one is going to be called password. So ID is password. And the placeholder is password. You know, and the type, I think, should be password also. I'm not sure if that's a type yet. Okay, let me expand this. After adding these two fields, I realized that, these should be on the same line, but apparently my box is too small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this part and then make this where it say username. So let's see here. I'll just get rid of the label altogether. Here, delete the label. And then make these 10s into 12s. And this will be username here. All right, let's save that and refresh. Actually, let me try stretching this page out first, see if it will. Okay, it does change, but it kind of looks strange. All right, I'll just get rid of the label. All right, so let's refresh. And then, okay, username and password. And log in. I did go ahead and change this to password instead of text, so that way when you type in this field you get asterisks. So in that case we don't need the ID equals password since we don't have a label, and we don't need the ID equals username. Let's see what that looks like over here by refreshing. Okay, it still looks the same. In the Moto footer, I'm going to add another button. So I'm just copying this one. Wait. Okay. And the type is going to be a submit button. So its type is submit. And okay, it's not going to have a data dismiss. And then let's see, for class is btn, and this will be primary. That way it'll appear as blue. Okay, so it's a button and it has two attributes, type and class. And then the text is going to be, let's see, submit. Okay, save and refresh. So refresh. Why is it still showing the same stuff? Okay, I guess it just remembers. So we have a submit and a close. So close goes to close. Let's see what the submit will do. It'll probably reload the same page. Wait, I don't want that. Okay, whatever. I don't know why it doesn't show the page name. Let me expand this a bit. So log me in, submit. Okay. It just loads the same page, doesn't even show a question mark or anything. So now, so far, I've made changes to my index page based on the video I found on YouTube. Now I'm going to go and review the course material from lynda.com and then make a few more changes. This is the video I'm going to be using. It's called Best Form. Well, I called it Best Form. And it's about horizontal forms, like where the class is form horizontal. I'm going to switch these from LG to SM. SM. Because in the Lynda course, that's what they used. And they said that this type of form is better for mobile. So let's try SM here and SM here. And let me hit save. And let's go refresh and see what happens. All right. It still looks the same. Let's see what happens. Well, since I don't have the label field, it's probably not going to show anything different if I expand it or not. I just want to take this opportunity to mention that there's a type equals email, and on mobile devices that helps with choosing the keyboard for the user, which has the @ sign. So we have type text for input control, type password for input control, and type email for input control. I just want to remind you that the field for the label, which I had here, in addition to having class equals form control, wait. No, it wouldn't have form control. It would have something called control-label instead of form control. Okay, actually the submit button, this one, this word should be submit, not button. No, it should be input. So input, type equals submit, class button, Okay, and then it should also have an attribute called value equals submit. Let me go test this out. Log me in. Okay, this looks kind of strange. Oh, well, probably because this should be... Okay, so I really don't need that part anymore. So I could just delete this. Well, then I shouldn't have the word submit either. So I'll delete that. Okay, and make this word capital. Okay, now let's try it out. Okay, that looks good. I want to point out also that the button for the submit and the close button, they are not in a div called with the class form group, although they could have been placed in one. And if they were placed in one, probably what would have happened is I would have been able to put another div with column small and 12 or something, and that would basically move these buttons over to the other end over here. So basically that's it for this form. I'm gonna be creating one for the sign me up also, but that's another video.